Welcome back. I'm Leila.
And I'm Laura.
And this is For Your Penjoyment, a show about fountain pens and the joys they bring us.
Brought to you by Pen Boutique.
So how are you doing today?
Oh, no, I wasn't prepared for that.
But I ask it every time.
I know. There's so much other stuff to prepare, and I totally forgot you were
We've
gonna
been
ask me
preparing
that.
for a lot of things today, yes.
How am I doing? I don't know. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
I'm doing full of anticipation for the Baltimore Pen Show. That's what I'm doing.
The Pen Show is coming up starting this Friday.
Yes, I am so excited to see a lot of people that I haven't seen in a while. It's just, I know it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be a very good time.
Yes,
Laura plans on being there all weekend.
Yep.
I will be there Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be my first time at the Baltimore Washington Pen Show. So I'm stoked. I am very excited to be there.
It's going to be amazing.
Absolutely.
It really is.
I'm especially excited. Like I'm excited to see the vendors, see new things, etc. I'm especially excited for like the after hours camaraderie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm mostly looking forward to.
I mean, I love everything about the whole thing. It's like, I don't want it to end. I feel like, what's the line in the Viva Las Vegas? I wish there were more than 24 hours in a day. That's how I feel at the Pen Show. I just like, yeah.
Other than the Pen Show, well, how are you doing? What's going on in your life?
Nothing.
Nothing? I have shelved everything for this Pen Show. We are good to go.
Getting used to the new store setup, which is very beautiful.
The store is looking beautiful, and yes, there are still growing pains with the new setup.
Yeah,
but we're getting there.
I love we're like working a little closer together with our colleagues because of this new space layout, and it's like a little bit awkward, but it's also kind of wonderful because we get along so well, and it's fun working with them, and we just like each fit in the puzzle of how everything should come together.
It's pretty cute.
It's pretty cool.
I like it.
Yeah, yeah.
So, what pen are you using today?
Well, I have actually been using my old fave, the Faber-Castell Hexo. It ran out of ink recently, and I re-inked it, and I used it to do a little drawing, which I don't draw as much as I should, and I really liked it. Because the sheen was like,
what ink
beautiful.
Did you put in it?
The same ink I always have in it, which is that Sailor Siboku.
Yes.
The nano-pigmented one. And it's so beautiful. It just, the ink itself, because of the shading and the sheen, it looked like I used like 5 different color inks or something.
Wow.
It was like really dramatic.
That's awesome.
And it's just really love how it turned out, and I love just how comfortable this pen is. It's like my comfort pen. I just really like it.
That makes me so happy for you.
You're using a pen that you actually let me borrow earlier.
I am. Mm-hmm. So my brother, for my birthday, gifted me with the new Opus 88 demo in green. And because Laura had an interest in Opus 88s, for her blog, I let her borrow said pen, inked it up with the ink of my choice, which is Diamine Tropical Glow.
I inked it.
Yes, you did. I wanted you to ink it to match the bottom release valve of the pen because I couldn't find a green shimmer that I liked, and I am still very matchy-matchy, so that worked out nicely.
It was a beautiful match. And that was my first time filling an eyedropper pen, and it was
What'd you think?
Cool. I loved it.
It's super easy, right?
It was really fun.
Yeah.
I liked how hands-on it was.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you fill other types of pens, there's just, like, a little bit of distance between you and the pen because you're using, like, a mechanism.
Yeah, the pen's doing the work, basically.
Whereas this is a weird analogy, but it kind of reminded me of gardening.
Ooh.
Now, I'm not really into gardening, but I've, done a little bit of it. And it reminded me of how you get your hands, like, right down in the dirt and put a plant into the soil, and that's like a really nice
love that.
feeling, that touching the plant and touching the ground. And I sort of felt like that when I was using the eyedropper to just directly put the ink right into the pen. It was so cool. I really liked that.
I like that analogy. That's
and
pretty
I
sweet.
never tried an eyedropper before. I thought it was cool. Thank you so much for letting me use yours.
You are super welcome.
Yeah. And it's a beautiful pen. Show how the grip section's a different color. I really
Grip
like
section is a different color.
that. Yeah.
It's this beautiful, like, light apple green.
Yeah.
And with, like, the fact that it's translucent just makes it glow all that much more.
Yeah, it's a cool pen.
It's a beauty.
I like how it looked with the pink version.
The pink
It's like a
version's
companion of
stunning.
that one where they got the multicolor kind of color blocking thing, but it's different colors, but they share some of the same colors,
Yeah.
which I think is really fun.
It's really nice.
Yeah, they're cool.
Alrighty.
No,
We got new stuff
We
in
do.
store to talk about.
we do, as usual.
So let's take out our Girolojo pen case and see what we got.
Okay. So, it's very bulgy right now. What do you want to do first?
First, I would like to talk about the new Leonardos.
Okay, good. Okay,
So this is from their collection Galactica. And the pens are all very space themed.
yes.
Now, they released 3 different colors of this particular pen. It's a Momento Zero Grande 2.0.
Okay.
We only ordered 2 of the 3 colors.
They're both gorgeous.
They're both gorgeous.
They are so pretty.
So
These
this
are
particular
like
color-
classic U pens, how they're all
The swirl
swirly.
and the shine and the glitter.
Yeah,
I love
yeah,
them.
yeah.
So
Gorgeous.
this color is called Planetary Nebula. It's this beautiful green and white swirl with gold shimmer.
That one is sort of oceany to me, too.
It's got some ocean vibes to
yeah,
it.
it's a beautiful
Like the
color.
waves and the surf. And
Yeah, and
like,
just like
yeah.
a shade of blue, like a tropical ocean.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
it's got a little shimmer.
Do you see
too.
the shimmer in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not as over the top shimmery, and not over the top, but not as in your face or whatever.
Right,
Extreme.
exactly.
That's
It's
the
not as
second
extreme,
one. It's a little
yes.
more subtle, but it's really beautiful.
Now the second one, the
second
second one's
is-
my favorite.
Of course it is. This is like such a U pen. This is so beautiful.
Now this particular color is called Universe.
Not unicorn. Oh my gosh, that is so
Don't you see that
sparkly.
sparkle?
That's crazy.
The colors are gorgeous, and there's like an opalescence to the colors as well. So depending on what angle you're holding the pen at, you see different shades of the pen.
sparkliness reminds me of when you see like a really sparkly stone that catches the light. It's got that kind of, I don't know, it just reminds
It's got
me
that
of
kind of vibe to it.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
And it's got, what is it kind of, it's got like mauve-y colors down at the bottom. I really like that.
Like plummy, mauvey
These
goodness.
are interesting colors. They're really different.
beautiful.
Like apricot and
Now,
mauve and
the Galactica
azure
collection
blue.
is a numbered limited edition collaboration with the Tailored Pen Company. Each color only has, they're limited to 300 pieces.
wow.
So the first one that we showed, Planetary Nebula, has gold trim to it. And Universe has the palladium trim. They both have Japanese ebonite feeds.
Nice.
Yeah, they're both, because the Memento Zero Grande 2.0, they're both piston fillers.
Yeah. Wow. Those
All
are
right.
both really
They're
pretty.
both special.
You better control yourself.
I'm trying to. I don't have Universe on my wish list at all. Wow. But speaking of piston fillers, we also have the Narwhal.
Now, I really like this pen. I was like, wow, when I saw this
Yeah.
one.
They added a new color to their Horizon collection,
Yeah.
and this is called Glacier.
It's so pretty.
It's
It's like this
different.
nice cold blue color. And what I think is super cool is the band doesn't go straight across. It's wavy.
It's got a wave to it.
It's
yeah.
really cool. And it has a little picture of a narwhal on it,
I love
which is cute.
their attention to detail.
But it's like, this is a really sophisticated pen. This isn't a cutesy pen or, this is cool. This is really nice. It's got the ink window,
It sure
too.
does.
It's just, I don't know, something
There's a
about
classiness to it.
Something about this color. I think it's really special.
I mean, it's true to its name. It looks very glacier-like, very like an iceberg.
Yeah.
With light at the top and getting deeper at the bottom.
Yeah.
So the pearlescent resin on this pen is made by the Starry Night by Starry Night Resins.
Okay.
It's a stainless steel nib, built-in piston filler with ink window. Comes in fine, medium, broad, stub, and double broad.
I feel like this pen looks a lot more expensive than it actually is.
I agree.
Yeah. And I don't usually go for shimmery, sort of swirly pens, but this pen really appeals to me. It's very beautiful.
That's awesome.
I like it a lot.
Now, lastly, pens that definitely appeal to me over Laura.
Yeah.
We have a new release from Benu. A release that I am excited about.
Yes.
This is their Viper collection. So, little known fact, a fact that I wasn't alerted to until this weekend, Laura doesn't like snakes.
I like them okay.
In
I'm just
theory,
terrified of them.
So this collection, as you guessed, is a very snaky pen. Let's take a look at them. So they come in 3 different colors.
Okay, here we go.
So the first color we have is this purple with a green snake.
Is this one your favorite?
This is
The
called
purple?
Bush. This might be my favorite
Yeah.
one. What's interesting is it's like got a matte textured finish outside, but the grip section is this beautiful sparkly purple. I thought that
that's
detail was
pretty.
neat.
Yeah,
Next up,
I'm not touching these.
not a problem, we have the green Viper, which they call Mangrove. It is a beautiful green with a more pinky snake.
Mangroves are so creepy. Oh
And
my
it's
God.
got that green sparkly grip section. And this one has a gold-plated nib.
I like the color of the snake on that one.
I
It's a
do
cool
too.
color.
It's very pretty. And then this one, last but not least, is Bamboo. It's a black pen with a green snake,
And a gold nib.
gold nib.
This one reminds me of Loki because of the
This is
green
very
and gold and
Loki.
black.
Yes, this is very much his style.
Yeah.
So yeah, 3 beautiful pens from Benu.
Did you mention that the snakes are hand painted?
I did not. Thank you for letting me
Yes.
know that detail. The snakes are hand painted on each pen.
And if you happen to like the texture of snakes,
this pen
I
might be
have
for you.
heard that snakes are a very nice texture. These snakes have a very nice texture if you touch them.
You know, as much as I say I like snakes, I don't want to find out what they feel like.
Oh,
So I will just
Now, I have
Take the word of the pen.
held a live snake.
really.
Well, it helped me get over my formerly extremely extreme phobia. Now I just have a mild phobia. Yes.
Fair enough. Understood. The only time I've ever handled a snake was a snake skin that was hanging out of my wall, and I'm like, oh, good. It's summer. There's a snake in my house. Excellent. Love this.
Wait,
for
the
me.
wall inside your house?
I was living in Mount Airy on a farm, and there was a hole near the bottom sink. A snake had gotten up there and shed his skin, and that was all that was hanging out.
Yeah.
I wanted to light the place on fire.
I used to get snake skins in my yard, but never in my house.
In
thank
my
goodness.
house, wanted to
Yikes.
set the place ablaze.
Yikes.
So I don't do snakes either. Just so you know.
I like little, harmless garter snakes, and
You know?
there is one kind of snake I really like, actually.
What's that?
It's a ringneck snake. They're
Ringneck.
black, and they're really tiny, and they've got a little orange ring around their neck. They're really cute, actually. Yeah.
When I was living abroad, there was this pet store about 2 blocks away from my apartment. And they had this boa constrictor, but he was an albino boa constrictor named Banana. Now that I'm remembering this is 18 years ago, I pet Banana.
See?
So yeah, and I do have some recollection of what a snake feels like,
Yeah.
yes. Wow, I haven't regurgitated that memory in quite a long time. Anyway, last but not least,
I feel like we talked about snakes way too much, and that's okay.
we're going to have to put
A warning,
warning on the
yes,
video, snake
yes,
talk.
Yes, snake talk.
Last but not least, we
Yes,
have
we
new
really
notebooks.
like these.
I love these.
And you bought one.
I sure did. I needed to have them. These are the new notebooks from Clairefontaine. They are A5 size notebooks, 32 sheets of paper. It's the classic 90-gram Clairefontaine 8mm line paper,
Yeah.
satin finish, sewn in spine. And the art was inspired by the art of Japanese artist Kenzo.
Ah.
And each color is
it
unique.
with the little thing on the front?
Yes.
Yeah. Now,
So-
these have flowers on them, but this one really reminds me of the ocean. It's got
I
like
think it's got, like,
sea anemone
anemone-ish,
vibes on it.
yeah.
Yeah, I really like this one.
I like that one a lot.
Which was the one you bought?
the one just behind it?
This one. You got that one.
I
for
loved the
yourself.
florals.
Yeah.
Yes.
And these colors are so you.
They definitely are.
I would totally buy this one, except I don't really like line paper, so I didn't, but I love these covers. I mean, they're so cool. Now, one thing that people should know is if you order this online, you don't get to choose which one you get. It's a surprise.
Exactly.
If
get
you buy it in
a
the
random
store,
one.
obviously you could choose it, but surprise, surprise if you order it online. But they're all nice.
They're all beautiful.
Yeah, I like all of them.
So go ahead, order them, roll the dice, see which one you get.
all the nice.
So, several weeks ago, we did a Q&A episode, and we answered some viewer questions.
A million of which were sent in by the same person.
A million of which were sent in by the same person, Mr. Hoyt Roberson.
Yes.
So, I was going through the questions. We printed out all of them. And I was going through the questions to try and find, we were going through them, some inspiration for the episode. And Laura happened upon this one. What is in your everyday carry bag and why?
Yep.
And
Question for Mr. Hoyt Roberson, of course.
of course, question from Mr. Hoyt Roberson. And we thought that was an interesting topic. What is everyone's everyday carry? So we got to talking,
Yep.
as we do,
Yes, we do.
and we decided time to show you our everyday carries.
Except as usual, I'm going to be like, I'm not showing you my stuff. I'm too private.
As usual. So I'll show you mine. Laura will show us whatever Laura is inclined to show us. You always go rogue on
I
these
do.
things. We agree
I'm
on
just
something,
rogue.
and you're just like, no.
I'm not doing that topic. Yeah, that's true.
That's your thing.
That's my thing.
So, in my everyday carry bag, first and foremost, my notebooks,
Including your new notebook.
including my new notebook. I have, on days where I work, I have 2 work notebooks, one dedicated to everyday work stuff, the other dedicated specifically to this show. And then I have a third notebook. It's usually a creative notebook. I have started writing a chapbook. So I collected all the pieces I wrote in other notebooks and threw it in here. And this notebook...
Can you tell us what a chapbook is? Because I had to ask you the other day when you told me already. I was like, what's a chapbook?
It's kind of like a novella, a very, very short book. Mine consists of a series of vignettes over the course of a 14-year period. There's only 4 characters. I shall name them for you.
I love character names.
Oh,
I can't wait.
you'll
No,
love
no,
this.
I do. I used to be so into
him, the partner, and the wife.
What?
Yep.
Oh, come on.
This has been an interesting exercise in creative writing because not using any identifying names is very difficult.
When I was young, I used to be like crazy about names. And I had this little name book that was like for sale at the grocery store at the checkout thing for baby names. And I just like looked through that thing about 1,000,000 times and made lists of my favorite names and like came up with all different character names constantly. I was so into that.
Okay, next time I come up with a named character, I'm coming to you for inspiration.
Wow.
No pressure or anything.
Okay.
Now, in addition to my everyday carry notebooks,
Yeah.
I've got my pen case. So I carry around with me our Punilabo silicone stand-up pen case.
So cute.
It's adorable.
What's your animal? A corgi?
A corgi.
Corgi, okay.
I have an affinity for corgis. They're adorable. They're little loaf butts. They get very excited and wiggle.
You and the late Queen of England.
Me and the late Queen of England.
So similar to each other.
I guess so.
I mean,
We're so similar. We're so alike.
yeah.
So today in my everyday carry, I rotate through pens depending on what's going on.
Is this a typical number of pens that you'd have?
This is typical. I carry with an absurd amount of pens with me.
Wow.
So imagine that in there too.
Yikes.
So I have 2 Opus 88s. I have the green, which you saw, and the beautiful sapphire, same demo pen.
Love that one. That was my favorite when I wrote the blog. Oops, I shouldn't play favorites, but I do really
It's
like
okay
that
to play
one.
favorites.
Yeah.
The sapphire color looks like the universe.
It does.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Or it reminds me of like the world, the Earth from space. Those
Exactly.
pictures. It's really cool.
I also have a pen my brother sold to me, the Benu
pretty.
Minima.
Oh, it's so little.
It is very little. I actually purchased my first red ink to go in this pen.
Wait a minute. We talked about you not liking red ink because of the whole bad
Now
grades.
give me some credit. It has a shimmer to it.
Okay,
So it's not
that's
entirely
different. A teacher
bad.
wouldn't do shimmering.
Exactly.
All right.
So it's Diamond Firefly. It's this beautiful red with a golden
Oh,
shimmer.
yeah. I have a sample of that one.
It works with the pen perfectly.
Nice.
I love it.
Yep.
We've got a Lamy Safari with the 2024 Color First Blue Dragon in here
Oh, wow.
to remind me of my pen
Yes,
friends.
so pretty.
The new Monteverde Regatta.
Oh, wow.
In the
yes.
Mondrian color.
You love that pen so much. You're so excited when you got
It's
that.
such a good writer. I can't stand it.
Yes.
A few more. I have my friendship pen.
Ooh.
I have my Christmas present from my parents.
Wow. The Ringless Galaxy.
The Ringless Galaxy.
Gorgeous.
I actually have a vintage Parker that my dad gave me yesterday.
Oh, my gosh.
It's probably
Can I
from the
touch it?
60s or
Yeah,
70s.
You texted me a photo.
It's sterling silver. It's a 14 karat gold nib.
Oh, wow.
And I put it in my everyday carry so I can remember to bring it with me to the pen show to try and identify it.
Oh, wow. Oh, the grip section is interesting.
It is. It's nice and textured. I like
the
it.
texture of the pen itself. Wow.
I'm gonna give it a good cleaning and take
Yeah,
it.
you should. Ooh, I like that snap.
It's
too.
got a good snap. Satisfying. Yes.
Very cool.
And last but certainly not least, this is my Monteverde tool pen / my decoy pen. Whenever anyone asks if they can borrow a pen,
Oh,
I
'cause
give
it's
them
a
the
ballpoint. Okay.
I'm
very
not giving
nice,
anyone
very
any of
nice.
my fountain pens unless they're an
I
experienced
love
fountain pen
that
user.
rainbow finish one. It's so pretty.
It's just so pretty. I love how absurd this pen is. So you pop off the top, and it's got a screwdriver.
Yep.
You got your Phillips head and
Don't-
flathead.
Don't lose the
I'm
screwdriver.
not going to lose it. So I adjust my glasses with it.
Oh,
It's
so
super
it really
convenient to
is-
have.
It's useful. It's not just a
It's not-
gimmick.
it's not
That's
just a gimmick.
cool.
So I adjust my glasses with the screwdriver. I've got the stylus on one end if I don't want to use my finger on my phone. And of all things, this pen has a built-in
I
level.
love it.
It's ridiculous, but I love it.
We need it like to level our set because it always looks.
We need to level the camera. It's always like,
I love levels. Levels are just cool. That is so awesome that a pen has a level. In it.
It's ridiculous.
It's awesome. That's
So that is my everyday go-to carry. Now, you.
I actually brought mine, but it's across the room over there. I could just tell what was in it because I can't get out of my chair.
I mean, you can get out of your chair if you want. We can stop the video.
I don't want to get out of my chair.
I don't want to get out of my chair.
Let me see if I can remember what I have in there. I'll try to remember, and I'll take a picture later.
Sounds good.
Because I can't show the case anyway because I cheated on Pen Boutique, and it's not a Pen Boutique case. But the pens are Pen Boutique pens.
All right.
So I usually carry 3 pens, not a million like you.
I carry a million, I know.
So I had my Hexo in there. And then the other pen I had in there was my Sailor 1911L Stormy Sea.
Stormy Sea.
Because I've really been enjoying that pen and the purple ink in
combo,
there.
yeah.
I've been using that a lot lately. What was the third pen I put in there? I think, oh yeah, my other one I put in there was my Lamy All-Star
Love it.
in that blue color.
tourmaline.
Yes. That's what I've
Such
got
a
in there.
special color.
I'll take a picture of them. But
Please do.
can't show you the case.
It's okay.
It's okay. But that's okay because I wasn't going to talk very much about my pens anyway.
I know.
My new everyday carry thing that I'm crazy about is the other episode I mentioned. I was experimenting with the Traveler's Notebook,
Yeah.
writing a blog about it. So I finished my blog and I had to buy one for myself. So I've been using it for a few weeks. All
So
right.
you've invested in your own traveler's notebook.
I did. I've been curious about them for a while, but I really wanted to play with it myself and fully understand what they are.
Sure.
And when I wrote the blog, I was like, yeah, I really like this. And I think I'm going to use it a lot more than I've used other plannerish type things in the past
Okay.
and like journal type things because I'm not good at keeping up something like that once I start it. But there's a lot of things about this that I think I am going to be able to keep up. First of all, well, let me explain how it works.
Yes, please.
It's this leather outer cover, which is a really nice soft leather. And then on the inside, feel this. It's like,
Oh, that's satisfying.
so soft, the suede. When I first opened it and I touched it, I was like moaning because it's just
Really?
like, yeah, I love the way it feels.
I mean, it's definitely got
It's
this satisfying
so-
tactile
Oh,
sensation.
I love it.
Yes.
So the notebook itself is just this, the black. They're not all black. They come in different colors.
So this is the most costly element of
yes,
the whole thing.
when you buy the starter kit, it's a little bit costly. The starter kit comes with the black. It's not black. The leather notebook
Right.
cover, and then one refill
Okay.
notebook, and then an extra elastic band. So that's everything you need to get started.
Mm-hmm.
But then the cool thing about this is you can mix and match any combination of different refill notebooks, whatever most suits you,
Huh.
which is so cool. And there's a zillion different choices for what you can put in there.
Such as?
So in mine, I have a planner kind of thing that has, like, it's called Weekly Memo. And there's
Okay.
different layouts for this. So this is the one I chose, but there's other ones too. So it has, like, the days of the week over here, and then you can write stuff on this side of the page.
Huh.
And this one will last, I think it's half a year.
Very
Is
nice.
that right? Yeah. And I like that it's nice and slim and, you know,
Yeah.
it's not some big, fat, huge thing that is intimidating to fill up.
Right.
And because it's free form, it's called a free diary,
Mm-hmm.
if you skip weeks or something, you didn't waste space. You could just leave that week out. You don't have to
That's
leave an
brilliant.
empty space in there.
Yeah.
So, you know, you're going on vacation and you're too busy to fill it out, or
Ah, start the
you're
following
depressed
week.
and you don't do it that week.
Sure,
So
sure.
what? Who cares? Just keep going. You don't look at it and go, oh no, it's full of blank spaces.
That's why I don't buy planners, because
Yeah.
I know I'm capable of skipping weeks at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't have to start January 1st. You can start whenever you want.
I love that.
I love that. So I got that in there. And I got like this little folder looking thing in here where I can stick random stuff. Like here I've got silly segment ideas.
Very nice.
And I got a little Esterbrook blotter thing in here.
Cool.
And then I've got this notebook, which is just blank, but you can do lined, you can do dot grid, you can do grid, regular grid.
Sure.
And they're made out of Midori MD paper, which I hadn't used it very much before. I
Yeah.
tried the Traveler stuff. Love this paper.
Oh, absolutely.
It's really satisfying to use. Fountain pens look super beautiful on it. It's just, yeah, I really, really like the
That's
texture.
awesome.
And, yeah, and there's other cool fillers, all kinds of different refills. But these are the ones I chose.
And different weights of paper. Like you
Yes.
had mentioned there's like a watercolor
Yes.
paper.
So I also have here one of the other ones that I found was fun, but I didn't want to keep in my notebook all the time.
Sure.
Which is the watercolor paper. It's heavier and it stands up to water. I like to paint with fountain pens.
I love it.
So the cool thing about this thing again is you can take stuff out and put it back in
Yeah.
really easily. Like let's say I want to go on a little trip somewhere and I want to
Right.
bring my watercolor paper. I could add that in here. But if I don't want it weighing me down every day, I could take it out. And I also have this little clear plastic
Yeah.
zippy thing in here. And the watercolor paper, actually, I could just put right in here. There we go. So it
Very
slides
nice.
right in. So I could have this with me, pull it out, do some art, bring it home, whatever. There's two more things I want to mention.
Okay.
One is the clip.
The clip.
I love the clip. A lot of people that are super into these told me, Laura, you need the clip.
I swear, they swear by the clip.
I tried the clip, and I agree. The clip is essential. The clip is great, especially if you're the kind of person that likes to take pictures of stuff that you draw or write in your notebook, because you clip on the clip, and it just keeps it open. Nice and flat.
Very nice.
Take a picture. And it also helps keep it open if you're writing. I mean, you don't need to have it held open when you're writing, but it's nice. It certainly
helps have assistance.
It's really nice. But the other thing I want to show you, with this little zippy pocket I got in here, look at this. You could fit a Kaweco Lilliput pen.
Look at that. And this is their fire blue color?
Yes.
Such a pretty color.
Isn't that cool? It's so tiny.
It's so tiny.
I had it in there, and it didn't even add any bulk. Like,
That's
I couldn't even tell it was in there, basically.
Yeah.
So if you want to have a little skinny pen like that, they also sell these like pen loops that you can attach to the side.
Right.
But I didn't want something extra sticking out.
Sure.
And if you have a really skinny little pen like that, you could just put it right in there.
Now, you have given me inspiration. You made me think about ways to reduce my everyday carry. Reduction is not something I am good at. I will admit that. I hoard things, and yeah, my purse is a mess 95% of the time. But no, I love how customizable this option is.
I like that it's unique to the person that uses it, and that's really important to me. Mm-hmm. And the other thing I really like about this is because it's made out of this leather.
Right.
As you use it, it gets little like scratches and finger marks and just depends on how you use it.
Sure.
And it just gets to be completely unique to the person that owns it. And I think that's really special.
That's really sweet.
It just patinas to become you. It's like an expression of you, sort of. I really like that. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So now that you brought out the Lilliput, this gets into a different conversation about further reducing the bulk in your bag. We're going to talk pocket pens.
And about things that make everyday carry, whether or not we actually use it as an everyday carry. Pocket pens.
Pocket pens are
perfect
great
for everyday carry.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm going to put the Lilliput right there. See, I didn't know Hoyt Roberson was going to open up this can of worms.
I know. He's
but
such
look
a
at him go.
Can opener.
So we've got a bunch of pocket pens here.
Yeah, and the magic hat. Okay.
Why don't you talk about the first one that you pull?
Wait, I want to show the Lilliput
please do.
first. So the Lilliput, which I wrote a blog on recently because I was thinking about it, it screws on the back.
Very nice.
And it becomes a pretty
it's a
reasonable
good size
length.
pen.
I find it comfortable. And I actually watched a bunch of videos of people that own them.
Right.
And I was thinking, like, oh, men aren't going to like this. They're going to say, oh, it feels too small in my hand. But a lot of the videos were by men who were like, I have large hands, but I love the Lilliput.
Oh, that's great.
So, I guess it's not a thing. Yeah. It's comfortable for me.
No,
I like
definitely.
it. Yeah. I actually took all the notes from my most recent blog using a Lilliput, and I really liked using it.
May I try?
It's a cool pen.
May I feel it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This is not bad. This is doable.
Yeah. But it's so small when you put the cap on.
So compact.
Yeah.
I love that when you post it, the cap screws onto the pen.
And it's really sturdy, and streamlined. There's nothing that's going to catch on things or scratch things. You could just chuck this anywhere. If you chuck it in the pocket of your pants with your keys or something, it's okay. It's not going to get ruined.
It might get some character marks
Maybe,
from your keys, but that's
it's
about
a pretty tough pen.
Yeah.
And they're made out of a bunch of different kinds of metal, so you can choose which one you like the best. And they're different weights and different, some of them are ones that, like patina, depending on how you hold it, kind of like the traveler stuff.
Yeah.
But this one won't patina. The brass one and the copper one do. And then there are aluminum ones, which are a lot more lightweight. So if you want a super lightweight one, go for one of the aluminum ones. If you want that heaviness like this, that kind of makes up for the fact that it's so small.
Right.
One of the other metal ones, this is a stainless steel.
Yeah.
And there's a plain stainless steel that's not fire blue. That's just nice gray, kind of cool looking.
Sure.
I liked all of them.
So I want to piggyback on what you just talked about, though. Travelers
Yes.
comes out with their own line of pens. They have fountain,
Right.
rollerball, ballpoint, and a mechanical pencil.
Mm-hmm.
So that when you opt for that little loop,
Yes. Those are
they
made
fit
to work with that little loop.
perfectly. Yes.
P.S. The Lilliput also fits in the loop.
Very nice.
Not that I'm saying the Traveler's one is bad, but I was just really into the Lilliputs.
Now, I have a pocket pen that is near and dear to our heart.
Yes.
If you prefer a gold nib, we've got the Pilot E95S.
Of course.
We can't live without ours.
No.
No.
It's a wonderful pen. Such a smooth writer.
It is probably the longest of all the pocket pens we've chosen.
When you post
When
it.
you post it.
Yeah. I guess when you don't post it too, but it's
super
pretty. It's
satisfying.
very small. Yeah, and it's a very reasonable length when it's
Reasonable
posted.
length, great, reliable writer.
Really cool. Really
Can't beat
nice
that.
pen. I love the vintage look on that one.
Absolutely.
Do that one next.
Which one? This one?
Yep.
All right. On the topic of gold nibs, we've also got the Sailor Pro Gear Mini.
Mm-hmm. Slim mini.
Slim Mini. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The Pro Gear Slim Mini.
Yeah.
These are adorable.
Yeah, and this comes in a bunch of different pretty colors.
Yes.
Really like these
That
colors.
berry mauve tone is speaking to me, so I had to
It's
grab
got
it.
like a marble kind of
Marble
look to it.
finishy
Yeah.
look to it. Yeah.
It's really classy. That's a
Absolutely.
cool pen. Yeah, but it gets to be almost as
size.
big as the regular Pro Gear Slim when you post it.
Now, up next, you can't have a talk about pocket
Pocket
pens without talking about the Cafeco Sport.
That's the classic.
I gravitated toward this color. That's why I grabbed it.
Yep. I love
It's
that
beautiful when posted.
color.
The metal ones are a great weight,
Mm-hmm.
but the plastic ones are just as good.
Yeah.
Um,
And they're both really tough and just,
it's a rugged little
yeah,
pen.
shove that in any pocket or whatever. You don't have
Exactly.
to worry about it.
And then one that is less talked about, the Monteverde MVP.
It's a cute one.
It's a little cutie. This one also screws on the post.
I like it when they do that. It's nice
It's
and
very
secure.
nice. Exactly.
Mhm.
It's got a good hand feel to it. Fits standard international cartridges, the small ones.
Mm-hmm.
If you really, really, really wanted to, you could get an O-ring and make it an eyedropper pen.
Mm-hmm.
But if you
Could see
prefer more convenience, less mess, the cartridges are also good.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we've got 3 pens that aren't fountain pens. I know we don't talk about ballpoints a lot on the show,
Do that one
but go ahead, do that one.
first.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not super into ballpoints, but I love this pen. It's so fun. I love showing it to customers.
And what pen is this?
This is the Lamy. How do you pronounce it?
Pico.
Pico. Okay, so it starts out little like this, and then magic.
I love that.
So fun. I totally love it. And
That's
it
such a
comes
cool
in a
detail.
bunch of different colors. We took the most
The punchiest.
eye-searingly bright
Yeah.
one.
Mhm.
They're not all fluorescent, but I love that some of them are. And I just love doing that. So cool.
We've also got one of my favorite ballpoints, the Monteverde Piquito.
That is so tiny. That's the tiniest pen we carry,
That's the
right?
tiniest one.
Yeah.
It's a twist action ballpoint, and it has the benefit of having a little stylus on top.
Oh, yeah.
So
And
it's super convenient.
that one comes in a lot of really pretty colors,
It
too.
certainly does. And it comes in this like Caribbean blue color that we did not have on display, so I did not grab it.
Yeah.
That might be my favorite color.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's the perfect, like, purse pen kind of thing.
I gave one to Mom for Christmas. She carries it in her purse all the time. And then last but certainly not least,
Oh, yeah. That's a great one.
we've got the Fisher Space Pen. You know, super convenient.
Yeah. And it's so small and
So
so,
small.
rugged. That's smaller than the Lilliput.
No, it's about the same size.
About the same size, but it's a little bit slimmer.
Yeah, a little bit more slim.
Yeah.
And we chose the rainbowy one because it was the prettiest of the
Yeah,
bunch.
it's really pretty. But this comes in a lot of colors,
A lot
too.
of different colors and finishes.
And you can write underwater, upside down, in space.
That's what they
All
said.
kinds of great
All
stuff
kinds
like
of things.
that.
Yep.
Yeah. Definitely we need to try that sometime, Leila. All three?
Summer's coming.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can manage space, but we can
Wait,
go underwater.
What are they? Underwater, upside down? Okay, I'll do underwater. You do space. We'll get Lena to do upside down.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
All right. Now it is time for our beloved silly segment. Laura came up with this one. I give all credit to Laura. This was an exercise in creativity.
Yes.
Laura, would you like to explain
the
the challenge you put forth today?
Okay, so I, as a kid, used to like to do Mad Libs. And I thought it would be really fun if you and I each wrote a Mad Lib about the other person visiting the Baltimore Pen Show.
Excellent. Would you like to kick this off?
You want me to go first?
I would love you to go first.
Let me get my Mad Lib out. Uh-oh, I need a pen. We don't have any of those.
We don't have any pens on set.
No peeking.
No peeking.
Okay. I need an animal.
Cat.
Okay. Pen brand.
Canoe.
Okay. Another animal.
Alligator.
Okay. A Nibmeister.
Kirk.
Okay. An adjective.
Spirited.
Okay. An ink brand.
Diamine.
A color.
Blurple. I just wanted to say blurple.
Very nice. A metal.
Aluminum.
Okay. A food.
Cake.
Very nice. A famous pen person.
Us.
It has to be one person. Me? Okay.
I was not going to mention anyone else outside of this room.
A celebrity. And it can't be me.
Matt Damon.
Okay.
I read an article about him and his wife recently. It was touching.
All right.
Yeah.
A drink.
Margarita.
Okay. And an expensive pen.
Moctezuma.
Ooh, nice. Okay, here is the story.
All right.
About you. Leila's Baltimore Pen Show adventure. It was Leila's first time at the Baltimore Pen Show, and she was very excited. She dressed up in her favorite cat print dress and grabbed her sparkly new Banu pen. She couldn't wait to get the alligator custom grind from Kirk Spear that makes your nib right spirited. But first she got distracted when she saw an ink table sponsored by Diamine. I can find the perfect ink to match this pen. She fell in love with a blurple ink with aluminum sheen and shimmer the color of cake. But just as she was about to snag it, Laura reached in front of her and grabbed the last bottle.
This was going so well for me.
So rude. Before she could even react, she heard a voice behind her. Oh my gosh, is that Leila from For Your Penjoyment on YouTube? To her amazement, it was Matt Damon. You like fountain pens? She asked in amazement. Yes, and I love your show. I was just going to get a margarita in the lobby. Would you like to join me and try my Moctezuma? I'd love to.
Yours was so well thought out. Mine is trash. So we're going to end the episode there. Thank you, Laura, for all of your creative hard work.
God.
And on that pleasant note, everyone, that's the end of our show today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Yes. And
Keep writing. And if you're at the Baltimore Washington Pen Show and you see the two of us,
but this is going to come out before? Yes. It
stop
is
by and
before.
say hi.
Yeah. Say hi.
Say hi. Let us
Please
know who
say
you
hi.
are. We don't bite.
I do sometimes.
Laura does. I don't. I bite less.
Yeah.
All right. So keep writing, and we'll see you next time.